So I'm on the River Nidd at Knaresborough here, and it's Sunday in May, and it's a very nice day. People enjoying themselves on the boats here, the rowing boats. Done this many times. My dad used to bring me here on these rowing boats, my mum and dad, and then years later I brought my children on the boats, gave them rides on the boats, and then I brought their children, my grandchildren. It's always a popular thing to do in Yorkshire, come to Knaresborough and play on the boats, and you can see why. Look at these lovely views there down to the bridge. People enjoying themselves. You can hear the birds singing. It is a lovely day, as I say. Quite a long stretch of water as well to row along, and then go underneath the viaduct which we're at the moment. On the right hand side of the river is the mothership, and quite a few people wishing well on the boats today. Famous prophet was Mother Shipton. So now let's just leave the side of the river for a moment or two and have a walk along the stone, the edge of the river here, where there are some lovely buildings. It's a nice walk. Quite busy because it's a Sunday. It's lovely walking through here midweek when there's not many people around. Some very beautiful buildings, and this one here especially, it's a thatched cottage, and go up that little trackway there. Well, there's another nice building before we do, but go up this trackway at the side of these buildings, up these steps, brings you out to the church and then eventually to the railway station. But we're not going up there now. Let's just retrace our steps, and there's the viaduct, Knaresborough Viaduct, on the York to Harrogate line. It was opened on the 1st of October 1851. It was finished actually at 1848, but then fell down and it had to be rebuilt. So 3 years later it reopened. It was bad workmanship, I think they said, and bad materials that they used. Now here we're at the site of the old manor house, and you see there's a plaque here to commemorate that, or to record that. So we'll wander along back to the river.
Then we'll have it back.
Nice friendly people. So yeah, we're back, gone under the viaduct. I want to watch some more river scenes. Quite relaxing. Lots of seats here at the side of the river. You can sit and have a sandwich and have an ice cream, because there's ice cream vans and shops. Oh, there's a man on a paddleboard here. Looks good fun. And there's a lady with him as well here, look. She's very graceful there, going very gracefully along the river. Looking a little bit brown is the river, but it's not too bad in places. A lot of boats around there, you can see. Yeah, Mother Shipton's well is on that side. That's the car park for Mother Shipton's well, on the right hand side there. And it's a beautiful views. Look at that lovely trees, the colours, the greens and the browns. Nice summer colours. It's only May, but it does feel like July. Beautiful day. So I think I should start thinking about having another walk along the side of the bank here. But we'll have our last look for now at these rowing boats. They're nice and cool on those boats on this warm day. lovely colours, as I said earlier. It's a marvellous view. I'm zoomed in a little bit, so there's a lot more room here than you can see on the screen. So we'll now go and have a look along the riverbank again, a bit further up.
Queue for the ice cream. It says please queue this way. And then I'll queue the other way.
I think this is the entrance to the cafes, or the exit from the cafe even. Exit only. There are a few cafes here. There's one, it goes further down. We'll go by that in a minute. And I think that's a cafe as well. Lovely building, beautiful building. With the pot plants there. And that's an antique shop. Yeah, this is an antique shop, I think, yeah. Is it? Yeah, it looks like it. And this queue on the right, which we'll just have a look in there. Yeah, it is an antique shop. This queue on the right is for the cafe, the entrance to the cafe. Queuing because it's quite busy and popular. Because you've got such a good view there. You sit at these tables here, at the side of the river. Enjoy the view. Watch people exerting themselves rowing around the river. Enjoy a nice meal. You can see the viaducts in the background. Let's see if we can see a train.
Train going over the viaduct.
And on cue there was a train. Did you see it in the top of the picture? So we'll wander along here. You see that little barrier along there? I'll tell you a little bit more about it when we get a better view of it. That's the extent of where the boats can go. Yeah, there it is. It's there because there's a weir at the other side, and if that wasn't there, you'd have boats disappearing, boats disappearing down the little waterfall that's down by where the mill is. That lovely view through the trees, looking into the sun, so it makes the leaves look very colourful. Reflections in the river. A little walk further along here. There is a mill a bit further down, as I say, but I'm not going to go right up to there today. We've just eaten a big Sunday lunch in Scott's, our favourite cafe in here in Knaresborough. Thoroughly recommend it. You can get your car down here, which is useful. I think it maybe is just disabled ones. It's a long walk up the hill. We'll see that in a bit. Lots of steps. I'll just lift the camera up over the hedge here, get a bit more view of the river. Yeah, there's the barrier I was mentioning about earlier there. People in shorts, t-shirts. The rock here that leads up to the top of the hill here, top of the gorge. Beautiful rock. And the kids there, can you see them in the caves there? Fun for the kids. I think we'll just wander along here a little bit, and then we'll retrace our steps and start thinking about climbing back up the hill.
I think we'll turn around and walk back.
So another look through the gap. See the river Nidd before we make the ascent to the top of the gorge. Here's the steps. Karen's struggling up there. So we've just come from. I won't film as I walk up. And here halfway up there's a little viewing point area with a seat through the rocks. We've just come up from there and we're going up the steps on the right. And once we get nearly to the top, there's these love locks on here. And views of the viaduct as we go up. Nearly at the top now. And once you do get right up to the top, it's worth it. These are the last few steps. The views are magnificent when you get up here, right at the very top. As you can see, seats to sit on and drink in the view. And right at the side, and right at the top there, is Knaresborough Castle. Some nice gardens here, and places for the kids to play. But I hope you've enjoyed this little walk along the river bank and up those steps. Last view of it there. If you have enjoyed it, don't forget to subscribe, maybe even press a like, and maybe even come and visit Knaresborough in North Yorkshire.